I am not a doctor, but I claim to be one. So, any advice I give here is not to be taken seriously. But I punched the refrigerator a couple nights ago, actually, almost a week ago tomorrow. That's a long story. Um, but you can see my hand is swollen and mobile, yet still in pain. And I've been watching videos on boxers' fractures and how the average age of somebody who gets one is between 19 and 25 when they're in their age of rage. But I have never punched an animal or a human being in my life, regrettably in some cases because it would have been a good experience. But I like to punch things that I'm working on or frustrated with, even though I'm 58 years old. And on this particular evening, I was trying to put a pizza in the refrigerator and it kept sliding out, and then everything around it kept sliding out, and it happened like 3 or 4 times. And I slammed the door and punched it. And it didn't seem that hard, but maybe I'm just getting old and febrile. And plus, I used these two knuckles instead of those two knuckles, which a real boxer would know better. Anyway, so immediately I was in a huge amount of pain. I pulled that pinky out straight, thinking maybe I dislocated it, and that was a feeble attempt. But the very first night, I was able to do things like this. Ugh. So I figured everything was still functioning. And then as time went on, I used Advil and ice and heat and ice and heat and Advil. And it seems to be improving because now I can do this. So I kept searching on YouTube how to tell the difference between a break, a fracture, and just a sprain to know whether I should go spend all this money to go to a doctor and get an x-ray. And I basically just gave up and realized that I'm going to use my own medical advice, which is 58 years of being a human being on planet Earth that's raised multiple children and got an engineering degree, etc. And I decided that, well, if I can do this, this is much better now. What's hard is this. Ooh, a little tight. So I've been doing some self massage as of today because today's the first day. Oh, there's a little. You can see. I'm surprised it's not bruised more actually. Anyway, but I decided to do some self massage today because I've been able to now for the first day I've been able to touch it and find out where it hurts. At first, it hurt everywhere, like from the pinky tip down and even the old stink finger. But like, look, I can do this. So, but there's still something going on here. Whether I broke a blood vessel and that's all it was, I really didn't hit it that hard. It wasn't bone breaking punch. I mean, I'm too old to deliver that kind of heat. But anyway, the point is, if you can do things very early on, like move your finger and rotate it in a circle, even if it's in pain, you can tell right away whether you got a dislocation or a fracture that needs attention. Otherwise, you're just going to tape your fingers together and either this way or that way or, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, welcome to my hell.